Hi, Mike Serra here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
So many great dance moves going on right now. You can't see, sorry.
Watch me do the helicopter.
Oh my gosh, you're so good at the worm. Wow.
Is John Cena here?
You can't see me.
Oh, let it be known that we're all waving our hand in front of our face.
But you can't see me.
But that, I get it.
No idea what just happened.
It's okay. It's very straight things going on.
Yeah,
I always heard wrestling was really gay.
I'm left out in queer.
I'm going to go to a queer wrestling match soon. I'm super excited.
I'm left out in queer field. Sorry.
You know what's not leaving us out in queer field?
Well, I'm sure the people would love to know what they're listening to.
Well, I'm thirsty first.
Well, that's fucking rude.
It's Customer States.
Thanks, Jacob.
The podcast where fuck me.
Yeah, the sooner you
That's an
learn that, the
ongoing
better.
joke.
That's a different podcast. Also, that would be terrible as a podcast.
Customer
Some
States
people
after
get off
hours.
on that sound.
No, that's true. This is Customer States Podcast, the podcast where we talk about almost everything in the automotive industry.
There's some things we can't tell you.
And after we record,
What? Okay, that's getting.
Shit.
I don't like that. I don't. Okay, I'm Allie. I'm a warranty administrator. I don't even know what to do
And a
now.
sex doll.
Volkswagen and Mazda, not a sex doll. Totally free-thinking woman in the industry. Have to
I
put up
love
with
how you
this
have to
bullshit all
clarify
the
that.
fucking time.
Welcome to the minority, bitch.
Yeah. I've been here for a very long time. You do not have to
Hey,
school
Allie.
me.
Gay mechanics, no need to sashay away.
Sashay away. What, Jacob?
Can you smile like a donut?
I can smile like this. Let it be known that I have my middle finger
I
out.
can, Jacob.
Oh yeah, nobody can see us, huh?
Nope.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, guys. No recording.
Now we're
no video.
purely a audio medium.
No. Just for today.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right now.
Right now.
Now.
And to my left,
Wow.
Hi. It's me.
Who
It's
are you?
Jake.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
What do you do?
I was service advisor. It's my best favorite animal.
Supervisor.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Jake. I'm wearing slacks because I'm official now. I don't get to wear jeans no more.
Sorry.
But my bulge, very good.
Oh, it's very good.
It's very fucking fantastic.
Very good.
Let the
To
record
look at our
state.
bulges.
My bulges. So, yep, I'm a assistant service manager, and I still write tickets and do all the old shit just with a lot of new shit.
It's always fun.
Hi, Mike.
I'm serious about what happened in the beginning of this podcast. I need you to do that for me.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
The Ugga
Cut.
Cut it out.
Okay. Why?
I don't want it.
Why not?
Just ugga dugga.
Okay.
And then everything after.
When you hear about choo-choos.
It will be ooga dooga did.
When you hear about the choo-choos.
Good Lord.
Well, my name is Mike Sarah.
Is it?
I do lots of things in the automotive industry.
Do you?
And I've been doing it for quite a long amount of time.
Awesome.
How long?
So long.
How long is it?
So long you could run a train on it.
Okay.
And speaking of
So
running
long
a
you
train
can tuck
on
it in your sock.
speaking of running trains on,
I volunteer to tribute.
to my left is Eric Montenegro.
Hey, girl, hey.
On God, no cap.
Tis I. I'm Eric Montenegro, former technician.
Yes.
New business owner.
Yes.
Been at it for a little over a month now.
Yes.
But in the industry for 6 years? 7 years.
Oh, shit.
7 years or 6 years. Not entirely sure. But any gaze.
I dropped the pen.
How's everybody doing? Did y'all have a wonderful 2 weeks?
Oh, my Thanksgiving was so great. Jake bought me my Valentine's Day was so great that Jake bought me jewelry. Yeah,
Are you having a stroke
I
right
love-
now?
Was that intentional?
No, no. It's just Thanksgiving is the best holiday.
I'm proud of you for owning up to your shit.
I am too.
No.
No.
Yeah, Jake
Oh
bought
my God, I know her. Really? No.
so much jewelry. He took me to an amazing hotel, Oceanside, for the weekend. It was the. How was your Valentine's
All
Day?
the sexual encounters.
Yeah, so many sexual feelings.
The walls are still sticky.
Oh my God. Why was I not invited?
You were.
Because it's Valentine's. You gotta be with your Valentine.
Galentine's.
Oh, well, I don't usually make my Galentine's walls sticky unless it's with, like,
I'm the
all the
exception.
chocolate we've eaten.
I sent you a text message, but she turned my phone on to airplane mode.
Oh.
She cock blocked us.
Yeah, during Valentine's Day. That definitely hasn't happened yet.
That's rude.
Rude.
Has happened yet. Wait.
Wow.
This isn't going well.
It's
This
not.
isn't a good bit for me.
Are you having a stroke?
Maybe. Just end it.
Okay. Well, I can talk about recalls.
Yeah. Well, the people love that.
The people love that. No, it was 2 times.
2 times.
Not once, not thrice, but twice.
Oh, that was good.
So nice.
Thank you.
That was really good. Oh, it's getting a little warm
Look
in
at
here.
this banter we're having.
And without talking over each other. And there it goes.
Wow. Fantastic. So I had 2 lovely customers today. One was a cunt, and the second one was...
A cunt.
and the second one was just an idiot. But we'll start with the cunt.
A hair.
A hare. A sea hare. There is a place that is close to here that's further inland that is known for richer people live there. Famous people live there.
Okay.
There's a great brunch spot that's there.
Uh-huh.
So I still don't really know if it was the mom or the daughter because they both had the same name. But then she started talking about... It was all very fucking weird to begin with. And this lady, I'm not sure if she hadn't had her morning Chardonnay, so she was pissed off, or
She hadn't gone to brunch yet.
or she was hung over, or she hadn't had her stay pretty in a couple of, whatever.
A little bit of column A, a little bit
Right.
of column B, a little bit of column C.
So
The above.
So she comes in and it starts out fairly decent. She just goes, I'm so-and-so. I'm here for the appointment. This is my last name. I'm like, oh, no problem.
That's
It's like,
decent. I wonder what a good interaction is like
Right.
for you, if that's decent.
well, she had attitude during it just
okay.
to start. So,
That's the clarification we need.
Yeah, so decent in the fact of it started with attitude. It's the holier than thou mentality. My shit don't stink.
Oh, yes.
I live in the hills. I have a poodle.
And I
drive a
fucking
Mazda.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Shit.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So, and I go, oh, perfect. We just spoke on the phone. She called and she said she was going to be a few minutes late. And I said, no problem. We'll take you in. because it's a check engine light. As long as you're dropping off, it really doesn't matter. We should be fine. Shows up, last name. Okay, perfect. So I go, I'm like, are the keys in the car? Grab the information, all that good stuff. And when I come back in, she is on the phone with, I assume, her daughter. We're just going to stick with that. We'll keep it easy. She's on the phone with her daughter. She's on speakerphone.
Her daughter, Chantrell.
Her daughter is also a fucking cunt. And they're screaming back and forth going, the daughter's like, Mom, telling my car has a fucking recall. I keep getting these stupid letters or emails, whatever the fuck. And I go,
Letter mails.
and I go, okay. And I look at the mom and I go, well, I check all of the appointments in the morning to get an idea of what I'm dealing with. And if anything has a check engine light or a concern like that, I make sure there are no open recalls. And because your car had a check engine light, there are no recalls on the car. And she goes, well, that's impossible. My daughter is, she's a smart girl. So,
Of course she is.
So, there has to be a recall. So I go, okay, I go, okay, there's not. I'm like, and I told her, I'm like, give me 1 second. I'm going to run your vehicle inquiry page. And I print it out. I walk it over and I highlight where, it would say recalls.
Yeah.
And I go, here you go, ma'am. It would show right here if it had any open recalls. And she goes, can you not be so fucking aggressive with me?
She said fucking?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
She goes, can you not be so fucking aggressive with me? And I'm like, I would take.
Did her ex-husband have like a deep voice or something? Like, what the fuck?
And, and I'm very taken aback and I go, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm not sure if I understand. She goes, you're just pushing this in front of me and showing me that something's not there. I'm like, I'm just I'm just showing you so you can let your daughter know and put your mind at ease. There's no recall. Well, there must be, because why else would we be getting the letters or notifications? I'm like, well, does your daughter or somebody in the family own a older vehicle that you no longer possess? She goes, no. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, let me see this email. So she hands me her phone. I open up the email. It's from Mazda. There are 3 VINs attached to that email. So I tell so I go, that's weird. Yeah. So I go, ma'am, if you look here, this is basing it off of these 3 cars. And she goes, we only have 2. I'm like, then you must have owned a different one at a different time, correct? She goes, I don't remember. We only have these now. So I'm like, okay. I will. And she's like, so what are you going to? I know. So she goes, what are you going to do about it? I'm like,
nothing.
Let me see the phone. I will run each VIN. Sure enough, it is for an 18 Mazda 6 that no longer exists. And I show her, I'm like, ma'am, this is for a Mazda 6. She goes, oh, we don't have that anymore. So you fucking mean you had an older fucking Mazda at one point? Neither here nor fucking there. I give her that. I'm like, here, this is for your daughter. You can let her know to disregard. It is not for her Okay, we got past that fucking massive fucking hill she wanted to die on.
Check engine light.
But now the check engine light. Okay, we're going to look at it for you. There is a diagnosis hold.
Here it is.
Oh, you better fucking believe it.
Yep.
There is a diagnosis hold. If it is something that is covered under warranty after my technicians diagnose it, that number goes bye-bye.
But rodent damage is covered under warranty, right?
No, that's not warranty.
No place does this, ma'am. Yes, they do. Every fucking place
does it.
I'm like, I used it. I'm like, I have a shop foreman who is at Ford. I have a business owner that owns his own repair shop. I have multiple people in the industry. Everywhere is like this. Well, that doesn't seem right. Couldn't give a fuck less there, Sharon.
Take it up with the people in charge.
With this one, because it was a CX-30, and I was pretty sure I knew what it was.
Isn't that like a terrible car?
No.
Or like a base model or a car?
No.
Well, it's 30.
Huh?
It's CX-30, isn't there like a CX-50 and a CX-90 and shit like that?
Just smaller, like
It's
crossover.
a mid-size, yeah.
Cheaper.
It's the size, not the
She
trim
is,
line.
of course, still giving me fucking ass loads of fucking attitude. And over, I'm like, look. It's like, I will go look at the code in the drive to see if it's the one that I think it is. If it is, it's covered, and I will take away this temporary number for you if it makes you feel better. But I made clear, if it is not that code, I am leaving this here.
Show me water control valve.
Show me potato salad. Sure enough, it was the water control valve. It was the thermostat, P0126. I go,
I still think that's insane.
I know.
Call it water control.
I know it is.
Can get the fuck out of here.
So
This is why I don't really know anything about cars.
It's hard
because
to
I
when
don't
you
know what the
misname
fuck
stuff.
it's called.
So I tell her, I'm like, look, it is this code.
Water control
It is,
valve.
Yeah.
Does it not control the water?
Fuck out of here.
It should be, if anything, it should be the cooling control
control
valve, if we're going to be specific. So I go, look, I will take this off. I will zero it out for you. She was lucky too. She was at 59,000 and some change. Oh. If she would have been at 60, oh my God.
Sorry, parts on that order.
Sorry, ma'am. It's out of warranty. It's out of my hands.
If you refer to the warranty and policy procedures manual.
Here's the number to customer assist. So.
Oh no.
Oh no. So I go, we'll take care of it for you. And she goes, well, it seems bizarre for a car that's this age with this mileage, something would be breaking down. And I'm all and we'll just keep calling her Sharon. I'm like, Sharon, it happens to a lot of cars. It's a thermostat. It just happens. They decide to stop working.
It's a water control valve.
Yeah,
Jacob.
whatever.
Get it right.
That's right. And I'm like, it just happens. There's no rhyme or reason. It's a part fails like anything else. Sometimes things just stop working. So I finally get her done, and her husband shows up, which I'm assuming is some piece of shit sugar daddy, because who else would touch this fucking wretched pile of ash? So
Are you talking about the car?
No,
Definitely
the woman.
not.
What?
Wretched
Pile of ash.
Yes. Nobody said I wasn't
How
colorful.
old is she?
She looked like she was in her 60s, but she acted like a toddler. So I don't
Accurate.
know.
Makes sense.
So either way, we got that done and she was on her way. So that was that one. Second one is much quicker and not as bad. My associate Joe, who has a customer who has a hard on for him and only likes to deal with him, and I love it because this guy's an absolute fucking dickbag. Well, he called Joe's phone. Joe wasn't there.
Did Joe leave?
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
To Joe Mama.
Jolene's, yeah. What a callback. Joe's not there, so usually I don't answer Joe's phone because those customers are specific to him. It's just a thing, and they're very particular.
And you don't want to get in the middle of
For whatever reason, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I'll pick it up. Fucking, that was a mistake. So this customer, he is first red flag. Is he and not? Hold on, because this is going to sound bad for all these people. He's a male. He is a male nurse. When I say it's a red flag, if you were to see this guy and how he acted, that's why it's a red flag that he's a male nurse, not the fact that he is a male nurse. He looks like he would touch you when you were under anesthesia.
Oh.
I was about to ask you for a pantomime of how he acts, but that's very specific.
Yes, there you go.
He looks like Buck from Kill Bill.
Oh my God, Eric! I was searching for the word.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Thinking it, but I couldn't think of the name.
That's good.
Buck
That's
likes to fuck.
that's very good.
So
My name is Buck. Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay.
That's good, Eric. Holy shit.
That's also on my top movie list. I
great
really
movie.
like Kill Bill.
So he thinks he's one of those people where he is a oh my God.
Pedophile.
No, well, probably. What is it when you think you're sick when you're not?
Hypochondriac.
Thank
Yes.
you. He is a hypochondriac with his vehicle. He always thinks there's something wrong when there is never anything wrong. He got lucky. He's got a car. There's nothing wrong. Hypochondriac.
Hypochondriac. Yeah.
So, and he's also not very bright, which scares me. Whoever gets this guy as a nurse, if I go to that hospital and he's there, I'll walk. I'll just leave. He goes, I received a letter in the mail, whatever it was, saying I have a recall, and I know what type of vehicle he has. It's a brand spanking new CX-50, which has no fucking recalls. I got a mailer that says I have a recall on my anti-brake or anti-lock brake system. I'm like, and we'll call him Joe. Joe, you do not. I'm like, there are no recalls on this vehicle. And he goes, well, you need to check for me. Okay, run the VIN. Joe, there are no recalls on your vehicle. Well, then why am I getting this? Couldn't answer that, Joe. I'm not really sure. There are scams out there where people will send you stuff like this saying you have a recall and you dial a number and then you're fucked. And he goes, well, how would I know if that system wasn't working? I'm like, well, your brakes would feel fucky. They wouldn't.
There'd be a fucking light on your
There'd be
dash.
a light on your dash. It's like it would all be wrong. And he goes, well, my brakes are doing something weird. I'm like, okay, Joe, what are your brakes doing that's so weird? He goes, well, when I'm coming up to the back end of a vehicle and I'm not stopping fast enough, my car stops for me.
Hello.
Holy shit, Joe. I'm like, yeah, that's a safety system. I'm like, Joe, you need to brake sooner than that, man.
Joe leave.
Yeah.
Joe leave.
I'm like, that's a safety system. I'm like, you need to brake sooner. That is letting you know you are not braking properly. He goes, oh, that doesn't seem right. Do not fucking care.
You're absolutely correct.
And then he asked me, he goes, well, can I read you what it says on this letter? Sure, Joe, be my guest. Since I've got all the fucking time in the world, why not? I have nothing else going on. He goes, well, it says to call 1-800-555-2000 and choose option 6. I'm like, yeah, Joe, it's a fucking scam. You
555.
You call that number and you press option 6, guess what? They'll call you for the rest of your life until they get a credit card number. Oh, well, thank you for your time. Can you tell Joe I said hi?
Fucking love it.
I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
I did a warranty repair today for a Ford
Fjord.
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 How did you do a warranty repair? Sorry.
And it would have fallen under bumper to bumper too, because it was less than 30,000.
Oh, you didn't get paid for it, obviously.
I did not. I was just helping the lady out. So she pulled up because she pulls up and she goes, come here, I want to show you something. Okay. So she gets,
this should be fun.
She gets out of her car. She walks it. She's driving a 2023 Bronco, 2-door. Full size Bronco.
Okay.
And she goes, I know. I complimented her on the vehicle right away. And she goes to the passenger side. She opens the door. She's like, see that? You know, it's a coupe, so, and it's a frameless door. So when you open the door, Allie was talking about this earlier.
I don't like it.
You know.
The window goes down a little bit. You know?
So it doesn't make contact with the roof.
Yeah, it just seals the window against the weather.
It's like convertibles.
So
Exactly.
that's exactly it. So she does it like 5%. You see what it's doing, right? Okay, come here. She closes the door and then she walks back around to the driver's side. And she goes and she closes her door and the window's not moving at all. It actually is closing against the glass. I'm like, don't do that again. She's like, see, it's not doing it. And then she goes down, she puts the window down, and then she goes back up with the automatic feature and it reaches the top and then bounces back down. The safety
Pinch
feature.
protection.
I was like, okay. I'm like, well, I think that's an easy fix. I was like, let me try something. So I go to recalibrate the auto up and down feature, and I'm trying to recalibrate it. It's giving me shit. Took me a few minutes to get it to do it because every time I would go all the way up, it would bounce all the way back down. So I had to find a little happy. It was a pain in the ass. Anyways, so I got it finally calibrated with the auto up and down feature without it bouncing up and down, and close the door and whoop, window goes all the way up. Open the door, whoop, window goes down. Do it again a few times. I'm like, there you go. She literally jumped up and down and screamed for joy.
Yay!
I was like, because in the process of me doing the recal, I was like, if this doesn't work, you can take it to Ford. It's under warranty still. I was like, it's a brand new vehicle. It's got 16,000 miles on it. You guys are fine. But luckily it worked. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I hate going to that Ford dealership. I was like,
Well, she obviously wasn't talking about my Ford dealership.
Obviously.
she just motioned that way. That's all.
Well, everything's that way technically from your other location. So,
Do you have that Beamer at your shop already?
Yes. Oh God, what a fucking headache.
I was actually going to ask if you have any idea
It just
because I'm
showed up
curious.
today.
Oh, okay.
He has a laundry list of shit wrong with that goddamn car.
Have you noticed the epoxied vacuum lines? Or the zip ties?
On the crankcase ventilation system, yes, we saw that right away.
Always a
And
good sign.
clearly it
The
fixed the
PCV
vehicle.
system on this BMW is plastic, and I'm not talking about the thick Ford plastic PCV.
No,
hoses.
it's the
I'm
thin
talking-
German shit.
Yes, the
convoluted tubing kind of.
and
Yeah.
somebody zip tied them to the ends because they
Okay.
had cracked and split and come off,
Yeah.
and so they zip tied them in place.
That always works.
right, so
100% of the
perfectly
time.
fine.
How much chewing gum was there?
Oh my god,
At least
it's
one
like a
zebra
reward.
pack.
had absolutely nothing to do with his issues. For those of you who are very confoogled by what's happening right now, Jacob sent me a customer who also happens to work at a Lair's dealership with a lovely 2000.
I'm a Lair.
I'm a lair.
With a
Just in
lovely,
case they didn't know.
with a
At least
lovely
she's pretty.
fourth time's the charm. Fuck you. I love you all. A lovely 2014 BMW X5 V8 100.
60.
No, he's like at 130, I think, or something
Okay.
like that. Any gaze.
gaze.
It runs like shit. The
Yes.
check engine light's on.
Yes.
It's misfiring like a motherfucker.
Yes.
You can smell the raw fuel.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Tell me more.
it's
Tell
got.
me more.
I'm just gonna pull up the laundry list of the codes that
And
it
then?
has. And then.
It
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 codes in the PCM, all pending, of course. It's got the code of death, P0420.
Oh yes, we all know what that code means.
We
cat
certainly
code.
do. It sure
my favorite code.
It is.
That's why I remember it.
Oh, because it's 420?
It's got system lean on bank 1, system lean on bank 2. It's got fuel pressure,
171, 174.
fuel system.
That car has two.
That's really good. Yes, he's correct. 171, 174. It's got fuel rail system pressure malfunction. It's got random misfire. It's got 3 cylinders misfiring. Oh, it's
P0300.
That
Yes.
runs off of
316.
that runs off 2 separate fuel banks, correct? 2 separate high pressure fuel pumps.
It has 2 high pressure fuel pumps along
Why?
with the lift pumps in the fuel tank.
Because it's German and over engineered. That's why.
I wouldn't know anything about that, Michael.
Are you sure?
Do you want to know?
sure about that now?
Alea, do you
Yeah.
want to know why? Because fuck you, that's why.
Because German engineering.
Yeah, it's got the high pressure fuel pump on bank 2 feeds the high pressure fuel pump on bank 1 from the low pressure system, which I found odd. I'm like, why wouldn't it feed bank 1 for? I don't. What the fuck ever.
German engineering.
Yeah.
German.
Yeah, exactly.
So, considering we have a lean condition, we've got multiple misfires, we've got a cat code, and I told him we need to start with the fuel system. I verified that we have low system pressure, and it wasn't bleeding off after the car was turned off. But I did find that the pressure was bleeding off on the high side.
Oh no way!
So, guess what that means, motherfucker?
Oh my goodness!
You are buying
Yes.
2 high pressure fuel pumps. Oddly
I'm sure
enough.
that's very cheap.
Well, no. The dealership was cheaper than the aftermarket option.
I've been seeing that more
That's
often.
weird.
He was just as shocked as me and my technician.
Wait, what year is the car?
14.
14.
Yes. The aftermarket option was like $1,300 per pump. The dealership was $975 per pump.
Oh.
The Germans continue to fuck you, y'all.
Yeah, so it
No,
was
the
coming out
Germans are
to like
helping you.
$2,300.
A $1,000 fuel pump?
Well, it's better than $1,400.
God.
Yeah. No. Mazda don't look so bad now, does it?
It came out to like $2,300, $2,400, something like that. I called him and he's like, is it worth it? I'm like, well, that's up to you. I don't know. He's like, it's just bad timing. I don't get this.
No, it's bad fuel pumps.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Nothing to do with the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get this amount of money until this day, so I just need it to last me this long, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to... Can we put used ones in? Absolutely not. I said, it's not happening. I said, even if you can find used ones, I'm not installing used ones. I'm sorry.
Just like a salesman.
It's not happening. I said, "What? These are failing." I said, "What do you think the chances are that the used ones are going to be close to, if not already failed?"
Yep.
I said, "No, absolutely not." And I told him about the aftermarket option being more expensive than the dealership option. Well, where are you getting it from at the dealer? I was like, "Oh, this dealer." He's like, "Oh, I'm friends with the manager." Great, you can give him a call.
Go get them.
See if he can give them to you for cheaper. But this is what it's costing me. Excuse me. He's like, "Okay, I need to call my wife. I need to talk to her, and I'll call you back." Okay, fine. He calls me back 10 minutes later. He's like, "So I found these pumps. It's made by Bosch." I'm like, "Okay, Bosch is good for that. That's fine." He's like, "And they're $180. I was like, "The fuck they are?" I was like, "Where the fuck did you find those?" "Oh, it's on
Alibaba.
Wish.
it's on this German website, whatever." He reads me off the website. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I said, "If you want to get the pumps, get the pumps." I said, "I don't care." I said, "But you need to let me know
When they
how
don't
long."
work.
I said, "You need to let me know how long before they get here." I'll have that conversation with him later. I said, "But go ahead." He's like, "Okay, can it stay overnight?" "Yeah, I can stay overnight." I said, "Even if you want to pick it up, you can't because it's not running." "What do you mean?" I said, "It runs like shit." I said, "It barely stays running." "Well, it drove there fine." I said, "I understand that, but this problem is getting worse."
We're
I
here
said,
now.
Yeah, this is where we're at. I said, "If you want to take it, you can, but you're going to have to tow it out. There's no way you're getting down the street." I said, "You already fried one cat. Do you really want to buy another one?"
Yeah.
I said, "Let me tell you something. The one for my Volvo cost $5,000 with my discount. I can't imagine what it costs at BMW for yours, and there's no aftermarket options for this in the States."
And you still have to pay labor.
Yeah. So, do you really want to drive it? No, it's fine. Okay, cool. So, I haven't heard back from him today. I imagine I will hear back from him tomorrow. So, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Very mucho.
I'm looking forward to an update on that one.
As am I.
I think everybody will. Oh, and I'm pulling it into the bay, and I stop, and I feel this clunk. I was like, "Oh God, I know exactly what that is," because all of these fucking German manufacturers.
I didn't invent them.
And my technician was in the bay, and his eyes got all wide. I was like, "It is, huh?" He's like, "Uh-huh." "Do it again."
Do it again.
So I did it again, and his eyes got wider. So the lower control arm bushings on those German cars go out all the time. So when you brake, the whole wheel shifts forward and clunks back into place.
Excellent.
On both the right, it's an X5. On both
Very nice.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That was fast. That was good.
The left and the right are both clunk, clunk. So I haven't even told him that part yet. I'll get to that tomorrow.
Wait, it's a 2014, you said?
Oh, and I'm surprised by the miles, though. It's got like 130,000 miles. Then it's still running. Well, barely, but
Yeah.
you get the
Yeah,
point.
clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly. So we have to thank our sponsor.
We do. Thanks so much to Nick Lowridge from Matco Tools, supplying us with Matco Tools and Milwaukee products.
Yeah.
And thank you to Travis Ferris supplying us with Justice Brothers products.
And
distributing.
Yes, and the Ramoon from El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Ray Luna.
Tasty Feud.
Indeed. All of that. And thank you to all of our other sponsors.
Thank
Dale Follett, Norman Glacier,
all of them.
Bruce Vane.
Bruce Vane for the sick tunes. It's not the end of the episode, even though it kind of sounds like it. I
Yeah, it
apologize.
kind of does. Hey, guess what? We're going to have a new sponsor soon.
Stay tuned, bitches.
Could that be?
We just might.
Gasp. We'll be back.
Something smells delicious in here.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Jake, are you eating El Ranchito Taco Shop?
That looks amazing. What did you order?
Tacos.
What?
Guac.
Jake, are you choking? Get out of my way, Michael. He needs the Heimlich.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening again. Jake, you know you're allergic to avocado. One generic allergy medication later. Are you okay?
Yeah. Almost dying is so worth it to have some El Ranchito creamy guac. Thanks, Eric, for trying to save me, even though I wasn't joking.
I know. I just wanted to get you from behind.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everybody that if you're ever in the Inland Empire and are craving some great Mexican food, visit El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Seriously, I follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
El Ranchito Taco Shop.
More than just great Mexican food.
idea what's happening.
Michael and Eric and sometimes Allie got a podcast. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I'm here too.
Jake.
Willkommen back.
Willkommen.
Back. Thank you to our sponsors and our listeners, and we're back.
Everybody in
Our
between.
murthers.
And it what?
Our murthers.
Our murders.
And fathers.
This is Christmas Day Pancakes.
Brought to you by Eric Cartman. Eric, is that you? Are you in studio?
Jazai.
Jizai.
Ooh. That burns.
It
Thank
does.
you. Man, damn it, I wanted to go with Burns. So,
Except if my family's listening to this, then I wouldn't know anything about that.
so we're all going to empathize with Mikey.
What about after we drink to that?
Crack your beverages.
Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
Ready?
Here, I'm gonna drink a beverage.
Cummy wummies.
I don't want it anymore. I hope you spew your beverage.
Not on my couch.
What if he spews the cummy wummies?
Not on my couch.
It's watchable.
There's one rule.
Yeah, not on my couch.
Not on the couch.
You'll never be able to eat a powdered sugar glaze ever again.
That's right. I don't waste. Just FYI. In case you were wondering.
Well, ladies don't.
In case you were wondering.
I was wondering if you said that.
I love empathizing with Mikey.
I really feel for you.
I feel for you, Michael. We're here for you and we love you.
Yes.
It's gonna be okay. You are Knuff.
You are Knuff. He doesn't know what the fuck that is.
You know what it means.
I know.
Why did you get so deep?
Impressive.
You know what it means.
I'm in my dark place.
Have you ever seen House Bunny?
Of course I.
When she's
Hello. Yes.
Okay, look
What
it
was
up,
her
you guys.
name?
Google it.
Olivia. Oliver. Joe.
That's how she remembers people's names.
Is by saying it in that voice.
Okay,
Mikey and
moving
Jakey
on.
aren't amused. Any case, this note actually is from a few weeks ago, but I'm just getting to it now because we were off on tangents last time.
Oh, that's very typical. Yeah.
Yeah, not that we ever do that. But I was able to feel what Mikey feels quite often. Well, not often enough.
Wait,
That's why I felt
that finally happened? Good for you.
A girl can dream, let me tell you.
You see that? A girl can dream.
Hashtag, he literally did the emoji. I'm sorry, the video's not working, guys. He literally did the emoji.
both the straight and the gay way to check.
Yeah.
That's right.
Picture the painting nails emoji.
That's it right there. As a business owner, I am no longer, well, I'm not wrenching on cars as often as I was before. I do about 90% less wrenching now.
90%.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, that's more than 80%.
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. So,
Works 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
so
Jesus.
there are times when I have to step in and help the boys, whether it be because we're fucking slammed, which is rare at this time of the year, and I mean super rare.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So rare.
Or
So rare?
Super rare.
Super rare. Okay.
oh, you genuinely
I
didn't?
genuinely didn't know what you were saying. You guys are all in the same
Super rare.
Subaru. I don't
Is this the Batman version of
Yeah.
super rare?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Joker.
Get over here.
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
Or, doing something that the boys are not comfortable doing, we'll say.
Okay.
like skill wise.
Timing and
It's-
yeah.
thank you,
those sort of
Michael.
things. Yeah.
Diesels.
Electrical. Okay, yeah.
No, yeah, that too. I wasn't like, yeah, you are absolutely correct.
Continue.
And so the other day I was wrenching and I I thought of you for whatever reason. I'm like, I know what Mikey feels like now. You know, there is a certain thrill behind it, and we love doing that shit. And not that we don't love what we do now, but we also miss doing that part. So I had got to rent. I don't even remember what it was I was working on. I was like, oh, I miss this. And then it happened again this week, which was fucking fantastic. Yeah. I can go off on a tangent.
Please
a little
do.
bit.
Yeah.
So
This is customer states after all.
And it is
welcome to
automotive. It's automotive related.
Oh, good.
So we had a customer bring in a 2015 Ford Explorer with a V6, and it had timing codes. Like,
Money.
know exactly what that is. So I didn't even need to. Of course, I looked at the data just to confirm, but I was correct. I called the customer. I'm like, so you need a timing chain. It's like, your timing chain stretched. I was like, and while we're in there, we need to replace the water pump because it's right there, and it would be stupid not to replace it. This is what it's going to be. He's like, I just had my water pump replaced. I'm like,
Oh, from where? Sorry.
no, I'm so glad you asked, Mikey. I'm so glad you asked.
Jump on your story. I'm
Ask
sorry.
me again.
I'm sorry, sir. You said you just had the water pump replaced. What shop did you have that service performed at?
The Ford dealership.
What Ford dealership?
Can't say.
Can't say.
Not yours.
Can't say. So
Can't say.
I was like, okay. I was like, fine. We don't need to replace the water pump, but we still need to replace the chain and all that jazz. Da da da. Okay, fine. I was like, it's gonna be a couple weeks because we're backed up right now. I need the rack. So I think it was Monday or no, because we were closed on Monday because it was raining. So it was actually Wednesday. It was yesterday.
Well,
It's Friday
Sorry.
today.
Today is Friday. I'm sorry, it was on Wednesday. The boys, one of my business partner, he tore it down to where I just needed to do the timing shit, right?
yeah.
And I take it apart, and I'm changing out the guides, and I'm going to install the new chain, and I'm trying to get the sprocket lined up. I'm like, and I moved my camshafts, a little bit one direction. It's still not lined up. I move it the other way. I'm like, what the fuck? So I check to make sure that the sprocket is all the way on, and it turns like a quarter turn. I was like, oh, fuck. And I slide the sprocket off, and the crankshaft pin is sheared off.
Yay.
Because,
That's not good, is it?
Mikey, why did that crankshaft pin shear off? Please, the listeners want to know, why did that pin shear off?
I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark and say that it's probably because the crankshaft pulley bolt 6 Apple 740, I believe, is the part number. No, 6 Apple 340 is the part number. Wasn't properly torqued.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank you.
Bingly
dingly. Mikey.
Oh, what's that there?
And that is the hashtag sell a bell, which also, by
Where
the
can I
way,
get one of those?
I hate to break it to you, Eric, but unfortunately, these have become discontinued.
Oh, fuck.
They are on intergalactic back order with no.
Well, do you have any left so I can buy one right now?
I will count 1, 2. I think there's maybe 4 more in existence of the green and black versions, but there's maybe 2 to 3 more of the pink and black versions. So
Oh my God.
And then they are gone forever.
they are
you
gone
guys.
forever. They're gone forever.
That sucks. I
Where
guess I
can I
better go
get
buy one right
one?
now.
If you would like to get a piece of history and support our very humble podcast, please,
So
please,
humble.
please go and visit customerstatespodcast.com. Or you can also email us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com and request one of these true treasures of podcasting history.
It comes with a certificate of authentication.
It
Is that how you
does.
say that?
You can say it
Authenticity.
like that.
Authenticity.
You can say it like that.
I just did.
And it comes with like stickers and business cards,
Swag.
and like all packing peanuts and like all sorts of stuff. It's going to be
Swag.
great.
We do not charge you for the packing peanuts.
Oh no, that's
Swag.
included. That's free. Yeah, that's definitely an
Swag.
come up.
Swag.
All the swag.
Anyway,
Any gays? Yes, you are
We
correct.
digress.
We digress. It is because the torque.
Ask me how I know.
Yes, as soon as I saw that pin, I'm like, oh fuck. So, torn between a rock and a hard place here. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Well, I got to call the customer, obviously, and tell him what's going on. I'm saying, called him up. I said, look. I'm
gonna weld this pulley here.
I'm gonna come.
Could not have seen this without tearing it down. So this is where we're at. This is what's going on. You can tow it out and back to the dealer if you want and have them fix their fuck up, or we can sell you an engine because this crankshaft is on intergalactic back order and it's been that way for about 3 years now. And that's probably because they don't make them anymore.
Oh my goodness.
But
purposeful obsolescence.
Planned obsolescence.
So he's like, no. He's like, I don't want to go back to the dealer. He's like, I knew when I walked in there I didn't trust them. He said, and now I know why. He's like, just give me a quote for a long block.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the best way to do it. Oh, no, seriously, that's the best way to do it.
And I explained to him, I was like, that's a smart idea. I was like, a remanufactured long block from the dealership. It comes with a 3-year unlimited mile warranty.
Yep.
I said, that's going to be your best option. She's like, oh, that's great. He's like, because we were thinking about just buying a new car, but if I put an engine in this, I don't need to buy a new car. I said,
Wait, is it a Flex?
No, it's an Explorer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exploder.
Like, and these run forever. Just stay on top of your maintenance, and they're great engines. He's like, okay, do that. So it took me 2 days to track down an engine, and I called him with the quote today. Oh my God. List price on this engine is $7,400.
Good God. Good God.
My cost is not that much lower. It's not. I'm making pennies on this engine.
Is this through Ford?
Yes.
Oh my God.
List price is $7,400.
Oof.
Yeah. So
that's encroaching upon diesel engine territory.
it's fucking stupid. It's not turbocharged. There's no oil cooler. It's not. There's nothing special about this fucking engine at all.
Standard 3.5.
It's a 3.5.
TICVT.
Yes. So.
NA.
Yep. All of that jazz. Twin independent manual
ABC.
camshaft timing.
ABC.
Easy as
Naturally
1, 2,
aspirin.
3.
Already been chewed.
Yeah, I know. I was never. Anyways.
I know
Anyways,
letters.
So I haven't gotten authorization yet, but I'm sure he's going to want to do it. But his bill is currently sitting at $10,000. So parts and labor.
Oh, you're getting off to a good start this year.
You said it was slow.
Yeah, so be careful what you wish for. So I don't know how I went. Oh, because I was wrenching and I was doing the timing on that engine.
Oh, yeah.
When I found the problem, I'm like, all right, cool. So we threw the timing cover back on. We put the engine mount in and pushed that bitch out.
Yep.
Because it's going to be here a while.
That's what
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
How's the storage at your shop?
Space is limited.
It is. Space is limited. I currently have, with that Explorer, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead vehicles on the lot.
But most of your stuff, I would think, through day to day is like kind of in and out.
One runs. Yes. No, 8 dead vehicles. Yeah. One runs. One is that clutch job. Yeah. The one I called you about.
I know about that one.
Just glad they're warranting it out. Any gays.
Well, who was the previous owner?
So I that was actually my question. I had a question about this. And since we're on the topic anyway, Eric's so gracious enough to kind of inform us about like the inner workings of this. And my question to Eric off air was, you took over the business from somebody that was loved by the customers. They all came to that shop for various reasons, but they all knew the owner. They knew who they were going to be talking to and dealing with and all that kind of stuff. Do you get any, hassles or like, well, I don't want to deal with you, or where's the other guy? Do you get any of that animosity as the new business owner, the new face of that property? And how do you deal with it?
All the time. Daily.
Really? It's a daily occurrence.
It's a daily occurrence of asking for the other guy. He's not here right now, but I'm Eric. Is there something I can help you with? That's my response. Oh no, I'll just call or I'll just text him.
Well, he's not going to be here.
I'll talk to you next time.
Have a nice day. And they go about their happy way. Or I'd say 7 out of 10 times they're like, oh, okay. And they just explain to me what's going on and what they need. But yes, every day they're asking for the other guy. And a couple people was, is this place under new ownership? I was like, yeah. They're like, really? Who? I was like, me.
Present.
Oh, okay.
Big surprise.
So, yeah, it's daily occurrence. It doesn't bother me. I get it. People are comfortable, and that's
It's
why
a
they keep
new
coming back
thing.
there.
Yeah.
And I hope that I can earn their trust. And I had a customer. I have actually spoken about her vehicle on this podcast. Is a Transit 350. And she has 3 special needs children, and she only has this one van. And I went to her house to go rescue her with a water pump, and I had to come back I don't remember. Anyways, so I've done all kinds of work at her house for it. She texted me the other day. She's like, I have a problem. Can you come look at it? It's like, I don't do that anymore. But you can have it towed to my shop.
There you go.
And she had it towed in. It turns out it just needed an injector. And she had me do all this other work to it while it was there. Just she wants it running great. And then that same evening, she's like, hey, can you work on my ex-husband's car too? I'm like, well, yeah.
It's a car, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? He needs brakes now, front and rear, and an oil change. Okay, yeah, no problem. Give him my information.
But just don't do the brakes that good because he's my ex-husband.
They're on speaking terms, obviously, because of the children. So, yeah, he brought his FJ Cruiser in today, and we did front and rear brakes.
The FJ loser.
And while we were doing the front brakes, his front hubs were making a lot of noise, so we sold him hubs too, and cashed out $2,000 and called it a day.
Off to a great start.
But yeah, it's
go.
That word of mouth. And I have another customer towing his vehicle in from way over yonder. I mean, past the beach cities.
No shit.
Yeah. And towing it into the dealer. His excursion.
That's very. Does he
That's
own
an
it?
excursion.
Yeah. Does he
Go
like
home.
own it?
Okie dokie.
No, it's funny you say that. Ali asked, does he own a tow company? No, he doesn't. And the tow quote he got, he did not like. So he is going to borrow his buddy's trailer and tow it down there himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
More power to you, sir.
So
about tree fitting.
So my question again, or another question, I guess, is like, when people ask you like, oh, well, where's the other guy? Or like, well, how come I can't talk to the other guy? Well, he trusted me with this business. We're great friends and business partners. Why can't you just talk to me, and why can't we develop a relationship? Like, how do you not have that? I mean, obviously you don't say that to the customer, but like, how do you not have that feeling?
I don't know. I just haven't. I just usually tell them, I'm like, oh, he's gone on to do this now. This is what he's doing now. But I'm here now, so I am more than happy to take care of you.
Do you not tell them about your relationship, or like?
Yeah, they know. I'm like, he's my best friend. I said everything is good. I said he's still involved. He still comes around. So, you may catch him on a random day, but he's still here once in a while. But I'm the primary person now. So, and I've built great relationships with the existing customers. He's kind enough to tell me, hey, I got a random message today from this random person who told me that they're so happy and they think you're doing a great job and that I made a good choice and blah, blah, blah. And by no means am I, it's very humbling, and I appreciate it. I'm not by any means trying to toot my own horn or, I'm just doing what I do.
Everyone knew that you were going to be successful in this role. It wasn't a question. It was just a question of when.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. I love what I do, and I hope that reflects in my work and through my business, and it's going well. I haven't had really difficult customers yet, knock on wood, and the stuff. The problem vehicles I have had, I've been able to, diffuse the situation with the customer and let them know what's going on. Hey, this is what's happening. It is what it is. I'm sorry, we're doing our best, but
You're doing your best.
we're doing our best. and our hands are tied, but we're gonna get you back on the road ASAP.
Ooh, breasts and tight hands.
Yeah, this is looking good.
50 Shades of Gay.
Hashtag sell it out.
Bing, bing.
While you still can.
While you still can.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Literally, that wasn't a joke. That wasn't a thing. Like it's done. We're not printing any more of these.
Go back about 8 minutes.
Yeah,
While supplies last.
Yes.
that's it right there. So, how about you, Jakey? How's your new role going?
I had my first official manager meeting.
Oh, you're growing up.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Such a
it
big
was.
boy.
I see a few more grays up there.
Yeah, right. It was nice because I've been wanting to be pulled into the shop meetings and everything for a while, even before I got the title change. Just because, I've really had this position for a while. It's just now that it's official on paper,
Title.
inks dry, etc. But like any shop, you've got, the bumps and the issues that come with it, whether it be how appointments are handled, parts are ordered.
Oh, sorry, he said bumps.
I was like, don't sniff. Ew.
How employees perform. There's a lot of different stuff. And we've got a particular employee who, I'll give the kid one thing, he's got a massive pair of balls on him. And to the fact of where he came in for the job originally and he signed the paperwork, you are a 5-day-a-week employee, period. If you work on the weekends, because it is a rotating shift, if you work on the weekends, you can have a day off. That's the 5-day.
Right.
You don't have to, but it is there for you as an offer. Well, it started off like that, and then it went to, well, I don't want to work Saturdays, so he worked Monday through Fridays, and thankfully the other technicians don't mind either working a 6-day straight or the extra shift. They're here to work. They want to make overtime, whatever the case, so that's fine. Then it went to, well, I'm not going to work Mondays or Saturdays.
Yeah, that's not how this
And it's
works.
like, no, that's not how this works. And then it was super flaky between the week, and he still wouldn't show. And then he started thinking that he could just bring his car in and work on it at the shop whenever he fucking felt like.
Nope.
It's like, no, that's not how this goes. So this meeting was a large focus on this, where it was all like, my service manager, service director, basically asked me and my shop foreman, look, how do you guys want to handle this? And we're fed up with the kid. We just are. It's like, with this reliability
Bye-bye.
in
Not a team player.
yeah, reliability
Lack of.
But reliability in this industry is huge with your techs, your writers, the people that keep the machine greased to run properly.
Right.
So he goes, how do you guys want to handle this? And we're like, look, we don't give a flying fuck if he doesn't work Saturdays and then he's here Monday through Friday, or he doesn't work Mondays and he's here Tuesday through Saturday, but that means every Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so it's like, this is your ultimatum. We have told you. And we've also bent over backwards for this kid. Make sure that this is proper, that's proper, which isn't a big deal, but it's nitpicky. He's looking for somewhere.
High maintenance.
He's looking for something for somebody to slip up so he can continue to fucking jerk around. So his ultimatum was just that. And I found out today, I believe, but I found out today, and I'm like 99.9% sure, the GM caught wind of this and he finally got fed up. So to the point of a true ultimatum, it was Monday through Friday or Tuesday through Saturday. Here's the paperwork. Here's the other paperwork. This signature agrees to our terms. This signature says you resign.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And you want to take a guess which one he signed?
There was a resignation.
Bingo. Go.
Bingo bango. And with that, hopefully,
Bless you.
Sorry.
and with that, we are hoping we have a younger gentleman who his main focus, one of his dreams, was to become is to become a technician. He is our porter at the moment, and with this being clear, we offered him a basic
step up.
A step up. We offered him a trainee position where it's like, you train for a week underneath my shop foreman to make sure you can rack the car properly. You know the tools you need. You know the torque specs, the bare minimum. He clears you. We pass you along to basically our second in command, and he shadows you. and we will see if he takes it. But I'm real looking forward to that.
So you didn't and I don't know if you're purposely not mentioning it, so I'm gonna beat around the bush.
Yeah.
But you didn't talk about the person who's no longer working with us. What bit of drama occurred to spur this on?
He because he wanted to be a Luby, and he was. I'm not saying that anybody
Flagging tech.
a Luby. No, hourly tech, not a flagging tech.
Oh, okay.
He wants to our porter.
No, I'm talking about the other person that doesn't work with us anymore, that he packed up all of his stuff the day before.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to work here anymore.
So yesterday he packs up his stuff, leaves early, and goes, I'm done with this place. And he showed up this morning in uniform and
To do what?
to work. He walked up to me and my shop foreman and he goes, I see that there are tickets ready to be dispatched. You guys want to give me one? And we're like,
Didn't you just quit yesterday?
yeah, and we did. We're like, we weren't expecting you here. You seemed to make it pretty clear you were done with this place. So yeah.
That's what I think really caused the whole thing to come to a head today.
Well,
I didn't know if you were trying to not talk about that or if you'd just forgotten.
The ultimatum was coming whether or not, but
Yeah,
how that happened, this would have been a GM no involved in this
Right.
situation, but because of how he handled it the day prior, the GM caught wind. When he was walking over to the other side to grab this technician, I walked up to him. If I see him, I greet him. Just proper to do. Let him know, hey, I'm here. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And he looks at me and he goes, don't worry, Jake. I'm going to take care of this one for you. I'm like, okie dokie. I'm like, thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm going to turn around and walk in the other direction.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a part of this. Thank you.
So, but my first manager meeting was nice. It's nice seeing that my word has had pull before, but it's nice seeing that with my shop foreman and me,
Shop foremans are idiots, don't.
we're really being entrusted and leaned upon, where it's like, let us know what you need, what you think is best, and we will go with it until you prove us otherwise. So it's nice.
Oh, I need to ask him if it's okay if I share that. I'll let you know next
I
time.
got my new business cards.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do they say assistant to
The assistant, yeah.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Very nice.
I want to know about Mike's phone before we end this podcast.
Yeah. So
'Cause I don't know this.
if you're listening to this episode, you won't notice. But if you're watching this episode,
You will notice.
on YouTube. You will notice.
It's just a black screen that says, we're sorry.
I'll throw a graphic
our
up there or
dust.
something.
Yeah,
but-
pardon our dust.
Yeah. So
Video feed here.
as most of you may know, we live in California, Southern California area, and we had some weather. And over the weekend,
God, it was fucking miserable.
we had a strong bit of weather. So about 9:30 or so on Sunday night, I have been monitoring the water level rising in my backyard and realized that it was getting way too close to
The fish were swimming on the walkway.
it was way too close to getting above the threshold to come into my, the first story of the house. So that was me holding my piggy out.
Let it be known.
So I donned all of my waterproof and water resistant clothing, and I went out into the backyard and grabbed my pickaxe and started clearing out the drains and clearing out the big cracks in the walls just to try and, I'm swinging at brick walls with a pickaxe trying to open up cracks to get some drainage going. And, everything's going good. I'm the water's flowing now finally and stuff like that. And so I go back into the garage and I start taking off my layers. And I realize that my cell phone was in my back pocket of my water resistant pants. And the resistancy of the pants to the water was not as great as the water's not resistance to attracting to my cell phone. So my
Did
cell
you
phone,
put it in rice to attract the Asians to fix it?
I actually don't have any rice here.
No.
But that
You
was
don't have
very
any
funny.
rice in your house?
I don't think so.
That's
Maybe.
a staple.
Should I buy you some
No,
rice?
that's a grain.
Oh, fuck.
I like it.
Can I still take that offer to go home?
You don't live here. You, can
You
leave
don't
whenever
live here. You can do
want.
whatever you want.
So yeah, so like I was like, okay, whatever, fine. I took it out of the case. I put it underneath a fan. I got a little heat thing going by it. Like, not a big deal. Fine. So I, an hour or so later, I go plug it in, and it says, "Oh, moisture detected.
Yes.
Don't plug this thing in."
Right.
It's like, fine.
It goes
So
explode.
I, put it back underneath the fan, the little heat lamp thing, and go to bed and wake up in the morning thinking it's gonna be fine. Well, now the damn thing's in sleep mode, and like the screen doesn't respond. Like, I can't do anything with it.
And there's a lithium fire.
Fortunately, it didn't get on fire, but it was in the garage, so it would have at least been on that side of the house anyway. So,
So we only need.
Mike's got a new phone.
so I've got a new phone, and unfortunately, the new phone does not have the same capabilities as far as coblays go.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah, there is no YouTube video for this episode. I am so
2
sorry.
weeks. You can get the HDMI to Lightning
Oh, hey, and
or
guess what?
USB-C.
If you go to customerestatespodcast@gmail.com and PayPal us money, you could help us afford a new
A new video cable.
Indubitably.
Well, maybe
Sorry about your mishap.
It's okay. It's
Unscrupulously.
one of many. It happens. It's nobody's fault but mine.
We're very grateful for our sponsors who help us with
cables.
Cables.
And
We
such.
are
and such.
so grateful for you.
keeping the lights
And if we're not careful, she'll chew the cable at both ends.
Yeah.
Just right at both ends.
You never know.
Delicious.
Thank you to Nick Lowridge from Matco Tools, supplying us with Matco Tools and Milwaukee products.
And you know what is also delicious besides eating cables from both ends?
Ray Luna's Creamy Guac.
Yes.
Ray Schmunda.
From the El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore, supplying us with all the creamy guac and delicious tacos and such.
Thank you, Mr. Ferris from Hit Distributing, supplying us with Justice Brothers.
No.
What? What?
Yes. Yes.
I was like, for a second, I'm like, huh?
Really? It was like 2 episodes ago that we kept nothing.
I was gonna go JB80, and I'm like, wait, what? Michael's fucking with me.
He's muffing it up.
Muffin it up.
Muffing it up.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
Oh. Yeah, so
Thank you to everybody else.
Don't forget, you always go to customerstatespodcast.com. You can find all the latest episodes. You can find all of our merch and the hashtag Celebells, which are quickly going out of stock. So please grab yours before it is gone forever.
they're flying off the shelf.
Quite literally. I'm going to start
Merchandising.
throwing them at people.
Also, hey guys, if you like this podcast and you think someone else might like it too, maybe just tell them about it. Tell somebody about it.
We'd really appreciate it.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
And with that, we say,
Damn it.
Like and subscribe.
I got a like button for you to smash.
Oh. Love you.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.